Hello and welcome back to my channel, Everything Animated. I am your host, Zach, aka Everything Animated, and as always, I am joined with my co-host. He loves C's and he is very tactical about it. It's my main man, Mr. C Tactics.
Yar, I am a pirate. I'm here to steal your booty. Yar.
He's not lying either. He stole my booty and I cannot sit down.
It's sad. It really is, but
It,
I got an extra butt to pad my butt out, so I won't be
I
having any butt problems soon. And as I'm saying
uh,
that, uh, Mai's butt pops up on the screen. I didn't know I took a
uh,
screenshot of that.
yeah, you did. You knew it. You're like, this will be perfect for the video.
Actually, I just go through like VLC Media Player and just Shift S, like rapidly clicking through the timeline.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Uh, well, just so that we don't bore people, because I guess the last time I did this, they said the intro was very cringe. So let's go right into the anime.
All right,
Uh,
it's time to
what is this?
cringe up the opening for everyone. Cringe, 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 everybody. Let's take
Yeah,
5 second
yes.
pauses between every sentence.
Well, apparently it was like the last intro was really bad, and well, somebody felt that way, but I don't give a fuck. I told him, I said, hey, thank you for liking the show. That's
I'm glad I
pretty
get
much
to.
it.
I'm glad I get to ruin your videos.
No, it's okay. That would, you know what?
Can I
I'm
say?
happy that you're here.
Same here.
Say it.
It's fun to do these videos, but can I say I love doing these videos on your channel because that means I don't have to read the comments.
Yeah, I have to read them, but I love reading the comments. I especially love to troll on your videos and on Sasuke's videos. I wouldn't say that I troll, but I mostly like to interact with the trolls because it's funny just how upset they get.
Yeah, comment section is
Now,
really weird for me lately.
hmm
They get.
Sasuke, I feel bad for Sasuke. He had that one dude that was talking,
Oh
writing a
yeah.
goddamn novel.
You just gotta go to Satsuki the Savage's recent Goblin Slayer video to check it out. Cause
It's
it's there.
insane.
He didn't delete it. It's like eight.
Yeah,
It's like 8 pages.
like
It,
it's like Stephen King's It condensed into comments.
it's just this guy defending Goblin Slayer in the most psychotic way, and he does it multiple times. He doesn't have just one comment. He finishes one comment, Satsuki replies, and then he replies back with a longer comment. It's crazy.
It's it's crazy.
It's crazy.
But now that we got that out of the way, let's move on to what we're actually talking about. The Bunny Girl Senpai, and today we watched episode 6.
Right. This is known as the beach episode, and in this episode, Mai returns to her proper form as she dresses in her bunny outfit. And as rumors spread of Sakata's noble deed from the last episode, on the last day before summer, Tomoe goes on a date with Sakata, or is it on the I don't know. But when the day ends and he wakes up again, he starts to repeat the day the date took place. So Sakata goes to confront Tomoe after about 4 days, to which Tomoe is like, "All right, the jig is up," and she confesses her love for Sakata. And then later on, at the end of the episode, Mai and Sakata are walking home. They're teasing each other, being assholes. Uh, and before that, he got a kiss from Mai, which is really nice. And then they're walking home, and they run across a little, I guess, middle school girl, and she has a little cat in a box and it's being rained on, and she's trying to shelter it from the rain. And she's like, "My name's Shinko something," and Sakata's like, "What is that?" And that's how the episode ends.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very good.
Thank you.
I
I got
I would
sidetracked.
definitely it's all good. I would definitely say that this episode was a return.
I would say,
I was afraid for a while where this show was going to be heading,
uh,
but I'm so. I'm so happy that it got back to where it needed to go.
I would say this is not. This is a fine episode in my opinion. I don't disagree necessarily, but I will say this: I don't think the middle portion to kind of like beginning middle portion was not as good as the once again episode 5 and then episode 1 through 3. I think episode 5 flowed really naturally, and I think episode 6 had a little bit of a tumble there in the middle, and then it was fine after that. But just once again, I think it's because of Rio Futaba, where he just goes to talk to her, and she's like, "Yeah, quantum entanglement." Like, why are we talking about quantum entanglement? I think that's at the end of the episode, but
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying. A lot of her, it happens every episode. He goes to talk to her, and I'm like, I don't want this. Like, we've had this.
Hmm.
I get the idea. Can we skip that? Can you just show him leaving the room and being like, I now know what I have to do? Why does it have to be explained to us?
Yeah. I mean, I hear what you're saying because I do kind of. I mean, you said it the best. She's just there to look hot in a lab coat and explain things, because other than that, she really doesn't give any sort of, I don't know. She doesn't really do anything for the show other than that. But I guess if you ignore that part, I guess I thought it was. You know what I thought this was? I personally, speaking of Haruhi Suzumiya, how they did the absolute worst thing in the world, which was to do the endless eight.
Ha!
This is how you do the endless
I
eight
agree.
right. You condense it into one fucking episode,
Exactly.
and you just do it that way instead of eight fucking episodes played from beginning to end and just waste everybody's time.
Is literally only minor differences where he's like, instead of like where they end their day or whatever, right? And then he just huffs. And that's like one of the major differences. He just, huh?
Yeah.
What's going
Huh.
on here? Huh?
What's what? I
Am
gotta
I
itch my nose.
am I repeating the same day? Huh?
So
This is weird.
stupid. I literally lost my mind watching that show.
Yeah, and I
Like
mean,
I literally, it was terrible.
I hated the Endless Eight. A lot of
Same.
people will not disagree on that, and if you do disagree, I'm sorry to say, but you're wasting your time. You may
Yeah,
like. It's
seriously.
okay to like the idea. It's not okay to like sitting there watching it because it's a waste.
But as I said, they did it right in this episode by doing, the Endless Eight pretty much in one episode, and he was reliving the same day over and over again, and then he had to basically kind of put his foot down and tell her and say, hey, you can do this 1,000 times, a million times, 100 million times. I'm always gonna love and it's never gonna be you. Sorry.
Yeah, and
You
before that,
know.
they had a really awesome build up to that climactic scene where they're going on this date, and he goes out to pick like they instead of going to the beach, he goes out to a town, and then near the end of the date, he like picks up this like wooden thing, and he puts both of their names on it, and he ties it, and she's like, "Don't do that, as it like our lie would like cause some bad juju or something like that." And Sakata's like,
Hmm.
"Well, it's okay because I'm the only one lying." To which Tomoe's like, "Uh oh."
He's on to me.
Yeah, and then he's got to break it to her, and I'm like, oh man, that has to suck for her. But it had to be done.
It
And
had to be
actually,
done.
actually, this is a pretty good confession in like a vacuum.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, because no one else will know except for, them two.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of good. Like, and, and like the crying wasn't really overdone. Like it welled
Yeah.
up, and it was like I didn't expect her to cry until she was actually crying. Which that's how you know a
Hmm.
crying scene is done good is when you don't expect the person to start crying. And
Yeah.
I really like how they just didn't try to like play with like emotions and use like a crying trope to heighten the drama. It felt natural. It was
Hmm.
written really well, and it made sense for her to get so emotional about it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it was really nice.
It was really well done, and I think I forget her name, but she's such a good voice actress. She always also does uh Yui Hama in Snafu, and she's an absolutely great voice actress. Like I've heard, she can actually speak English pretty well. Like she has a little bit of an accent, and I'm like, wow, she's actually really good in all of the other stuff that she does. And yeah, she did that scene really well. Um, it's it's weird that most of the same people that do the voices in Snafu are in this show.
It's
I just now noticed that.
it is pretty weird, and I in my video I talked about the like how similar like this series is to Monogatari, Snafu, and Haruhi,
Hmm.
while still somehow retaining its own kind of flavor and its own originality. Like it's still original to me, but like
Yeah.
there are some like parallels here that it's hard to like ignore and it's hard to
Hmm.
understand at the same time because I see these parallels and I wanted like my initial gut reaction is to go it's just trying to be Snafu and Monogatari in one, but it's not. It's like it's like it's how like it's like calling Call of Duty a Doom clone. Does that make sense?
Okay.
It, you know how
Sure.
you used to call shooters Doom clones or like
Yeah,
Souls
because it was the
likes?
first, first person shooter, Wolfenstein and all the other games.
Yeah, and I guess the more modern version of that would be calling something a Souls like. Where yeah, it's like it's obviously in the same genre and it's doing the same things, but it's not trying to be the same thing. I think that's what
Right.
this show is. I think that's what Bunny Girl is. And speaking of
I
Bunny
think
Girl,
so. I, I think it borrows a lot from other genres, but it manages to stay within its own, within its own right and do itself right. But I think I know where you're going when you say, speaking of Bunny Girl.
she got her outfit back. She put it back
Oh,
on.
I was so happy to see that because I'm like, they're living up to the name of the show. Hell yes, because I
Yes.
seriously thought it was only going to be in one episode, and then that was going to be it, and then they brought it back, and it was to quote unquote help him study, and it's like I don't know how that's going to help him study. He's going to be he's going to be distracted the whole time, going hamna hamna hamna. What are you
Yeah.
doing there?
I would not be able to focus. No. Yeah.
Hell, I wouldn't. You're there with someone that you really really like, and she's like, "I'm just gonna use this for motivation. Could you turn around a second?" And you're like, "Oh shit, what's she gonna do?" She wearing herself the bunny outfit, and it's like, "Okay, well, I don't want to do math anymore.
I can't
I
do
want
the
to do
math
long
anymore.
division. I want to do long division with them legs, if you know what I'm
I
saying."
want to protect my waifu really hard.
Yes, and really hard,
Really
but
hard.
it's just really, really. But but yeah, that was a nice welcome comeback, and just her like, what are you staring at? You got it's like you know what he's doing. He's a guy. Of course, he's gonna
And she knew what she
be
was doing too.
looking at you. Of course, and that's why I love these two characters because they know exactly what they're doing, and they
No
like to
shame.
feed off each other. No shame whatsoever, and that's why they're so good together and go well together.
It's also a scene
It
after
was.
this
Mm,
where Sakata's talking to Kaida and he's like, "What do you want some watermelon or something like that or you
yeah.
want something to eat?" And she's like, "Yeah, I want a watermelon. Could you make sure it's round though?" And to me, I'm like, "She wants a round watermelon. What watermelons are they selling in Japan that they're not round?" And she has to specifically ask for a round one.
Well, don't they have square ones in Japan?
I I don't know if that actually exists.
I could have swore it's a real thing. Like there's actual square watermelon. Like I don't know how they did it, but traditional
Let's see.
watermelons are round or oval, but
Square
they have legit
Japanese
square
watermelons.
watermelon.
Let's
You
see.
searching for it now?
Yeah. Oh, what?
See?
No!
Yes, I was
No!
right.
That. What? Why would you
See,
want them
see,
round? Just get them square.
I was gonna say if yeah, just get them square, cut them into four pieces. Get little triangles
Oh
going.
my god, this is incredible.
It's the most amazing thing I ever saw. Like I think they make them square because um so that you can like have more storage space and so it won't roll around versus traditional watermelon where you open it, it's just rolling out the fucking refrigerator.
I need some square watermelon.
Yes. So the people who are listening to this right now, please, if you can send us some square watermelon,
Yeah.
that would be great. I don't have a
Straight
PO
from
box
Japan.
or anything, but if you have a link to where I can get some, that would be great too. So type that in the chat. Um, so yeah, that would
That
answer
explains
that
that.
question.
Yes.
Yeah, that explains that.
I was like, what is she
Uh,
talking about?
some of my favorite moments in this show was when they went to the beach and they went on their date and whatnot. Um, I think it was the whole sandcastle thing where they
Ah,
wanted to see
yes. Your butt
who's gonna
saved you.
win, and then your butt save the castle. It all goes back to the butt.
Oh god, yeah. You know that's the one thing I love about Sakata and Tomoe. Sakata is just always like, your butt's big.
And like I said, it's maybe it's big for her age, but I don't know. It's not anything that big, but
I like
whatever.
how it's not. He doesn't like. He like teases her about it. It's not super pervy sexual either, which I really
Yeah,
like.
even though she was saying earlier when she's like, "I'm wearing my swimsuit underneath these clothes," and she's like, "Why are you staring at me?" And he's like, "Uh, do you not want me to stare at you after you said that?" No, no, don't look at me. And then she comes out wearing her suit a little later, and then she's like, "You're not even going to say anything about it?" And he's like, "You don't want me to look at you. I'm damned if I do, I damned if I don't." And I kind of like stuff like that because it just kind of revolves around real conversations. Because I don't know about you, but there's, some women in this world where you can't say anything because like you're gonna be an asshole no matter what. It's like, why are you looking at me? Why are you staring at me? That's disgusting. Oh, okay. Then, aren't you gonna say anything about my outfit? Well, you didn't want me to earlier. It's like, okay, fine. I guess I can't win no matter what.
I remember.
And I just like that about this.
Remember the saying, "Does this make my butt look big?"
Oh yeah.
And now that's like no one ever says that anymore. Now it's like, I hope this makes my butt look big.
Uh-huh. Yeah, pretty much. Does this dress make my ass look fat? It's like, no, you're fat makes your ass look fat. This makes your ass look fat.
uh,
But yeah,
how
I mean,
times have
yeah, definitely
changed.
people are. Yeah, times have changed. Definitely, they're trying to accentuate it even more. It's like, does this make my butt look big?
Oh,
Yeah.
mine's
Oh,
butt pot.
hell yeah.
Mine's butt popped back up again.
See, every time we bring up butts, everything's gotta be coming up with the butts. Butts in our nature,
Speaking of
at least
butts,
here in America.
at the end of the episode, or well, near the end credits scenes, he's talking to Rio again, and she's explaining just this ridiculous mess of like, it was the Laplace demon was because of the quantum entanglement. I'm like, why are you bringing up quantum entanglement in a romance anime? It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It almost feels like the writing is out of touch with this character. But
Hmm.
then she's like, in other words, it's because two things came into contact. So how did you get two guys come into contact to where this stuff would happen. And he's like, we kicked each other in the butt, and she's like, you pulling my chain? Come over here and let me kick you in the butt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I it's funny because I remember seeing that very scene and I'm thinking, well, does this mean if he never did one of the most memorable scenes in episode 2 that that would have never have happened? So
it's
basically,
it's good
just a
continuity.
kicking, yeah, yeah, a good kick, a good swift kick in the ass is what started this whole chain of events. And I guess I'm assuming that now the chain of events is over because Tomoe has finally, well, she basically come to terms with the fact that she
Sakata
likes
has
him,
come
but
to Sakata has bleh.
wow,
Sakata has come to terms with Tomoe in his relationship.
yeah,
He would
and
like to wish her well on her future
hmm
endeavors.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Like I wish you nothing but the best. You know, good luck in your future. Like you said, future endeavors, and uh, yeah, and I like how basically when that whole thing ended, it started all the way back
Mm-hmm.
in earlier when it first happened, and then we got to relive that whole scene of her confessing, saying yes, I want to be with you, and yeah, like you said, it was a nice little where she kind of got his attention, like, oh, what's that over there, and then she just kissed him on the cheek, and I was
Yeah,
like, yes,
it was really cute,
yeah,
really adorable.
yes, yes, we're back. So I guess this means now they're officially boyfriend and girlfriend.
I guess so.
Confirmed. This is
And
this is now confirmed.
yeah, I guess. I mean,
All right.
would have to, right? Because they're walking home together after that.
Yeah, yeah. They're they're not holding hands, but I guess now with the thing that happened after the credits, which was I guess the middle schooler, and he just kind of made that shocked face. Is this the same person that he said to Mai earlier about like he like a somebody that he met a long time ago that he really liked? Is this the same person?
It's okay. So I know what happens here, but it's not like a spoiler. It's I went to the my anime list character section and I clicked on some of these characters. Do you want to know? Because it's not really like we'll find out at the very beginning, like of the next episode.
No, I don't want to know.
Okay, well there is a reason
I'd
for it,
rather I'd rather wait and see.
and you'll see. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if depends on how it goes, but she will be in this next arc.
So this is now the start of the new arc. The
Yeah,
the little kid arc.
yeah, the little kid and the cat.
I, I mean, he just gets younger and younger every new arc. First he was older, with Mai, and now he went back a year with Tomoe, and now he's going even younger with this new girl. This is almost getting into some weird lolly stuff if we
I
keep going lower and lower.
I really hope it doesn't.
I hope not either, man, because we know someone who's like that.
Lolicons ruin everything.
The lollipops ruin everything. I love that though. Where can I find a good lolicon anime? Oh, here's some recommendations for you. Well, thank you.
What? These lolicons. Is this lolicon? Would you like some tea
It's
and
like a fine.
lolicon?
Oh yeah, it's like a fine wine, that lolicon.
Oh
Oh my
god,
goodness.
terrible jokes. Oh god, there's well, okay, so when they're walking home at the end of the episode, and there's this great little interaction between the two, where he's like, I can't wait to see you in an apron, and she's like, I don't wear an
Mm-hmm.
apron when I cook, and he's like, well, maybe you can wear one without anything under it, and she's like,
That's That's such a fantasy. I swear, I see that in anime a lot where they have a wife cooking in an apron with no clothes on.
I think
That must be really big over there.
It's got to be. I'm pretty sure you can trace that pretty easily to why that is. I think that's just a they like to see women who work. You know.
Porn. It's porn too.
Well, yeah, it happens in porn all the time, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. One of my favorite lines that they use a lot in anime is, "Would you like to eat? Would you like to sleep?" Or
30
what do they
years in
say
prison.
in Japanese? Wa ta shi wa, and it's like, "Would you like to have some, have some of me?" And I've seen a couple of those where it's the typical run of the mill, and it's like, oh geez. But I've seen a couple of them where it's so hilarious.
I used
Like
to have
this,
one that was like at the end it was 30 years in prison. This was a little girl.
but it's but there's this one where I don't know if you've seen the anime. It's called Fruits of Grisaya. It's so
I've
fucking
I've
ridiculous.
seen Fruits of Grisaya. I've seen I guess it's the second season. I didn't hate
Yeah,
it. This is really
it's. I mean, I liked it because of the main character, the fact that he's literally not a virgin, and like for some reason he kills people and the women are crazy. I don't know. But I just remember the one scene where the woman
he
was
has
doing that
sex with his
exact same
mom, right?
thing. No, he has sex with an older woman, but it wasn't his mom.
Well, it's his
Well,
surrogate mom, right?
and that's like she adopted him, and yeah, it's fucking weird.
That weird. That
But
season's so weird. I remember the part. I'm sorry we're getting off track, but I just got to.
yeah, I
There's
know.
this weird part where he's like he gets a dog and then the dog is killed by a bear and he like that's his first kill as a bear. Like he goes back, like he can't do it at first, and then he goes back like a badass and just kills that bear straight up.
and he's and he's like 7 when he's
Yeah, he's
doing
like
all this or
7.
something.
Maybe
He's
I
having
like that
sex
anime.
and he's having sex with older women and he's killing bears. And then when
Does
he
it?
like gets up to high school level,
No.
he's like a pro.
Wait. Didn't so he had sex with his like adoptive mother, and then when she died, he had sex with her mother's friend.
Yeah.
Right? God, that
Yeah, the
guy's
blonde.
awesome.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's like one of the coolest main characters in any anime because he did like how women in the animes they like to tease the guy like, "Would you do it if I was to kiss you?" And the guys normally get all flustered and they're like, "Oh no, I don't want to do that." He literally just turned around and said, "Close your eyes." And she was like stepping into it like, "Oh," like she kind of like went with it and she's like, "Oh, you're so pushy." And then he's like, "All right." And then he kisses her and she
I
just
remember
totally was like not expecting it.
I remember that also kind of being a little dark too because it just had this weird tone of like
It was very dark.
yeah, it got
Like for some reason there was like a bus and like they crashed in the bus and there was like people dying and eating each other and people with broken legs and like rape. And I was like, this went extremely dark for some reason.
I think the light novel is better. I think I've heard people say the light novel is really good.
Hmm. But yeah, I
That's
guess
just a
what I was
weird
originally,
tangent on a random
yeah,
anime
I
that I've
know. I was
only
I was
seen
I was
season 2
originally
of.
I was originally just getting to the fact that she said that, would you like dinner? Would you like this? Or would you like, and he just like walks right past her and goes, yeah, I'll have some dinner.
I mean, you can stop right there. I don't need anything else.
And she just gets all mad and huffy and puffy and does that face. It's so funny, but uh I don't know what I was originally talking about, but yeah, Bunny Girl, Senpai.
So we should do a podcast on Fruits of Grisaya.
Hey, I'm down.
I'm kind of down for it now. I've seen the
I'm
second
down.
season a total of 2 times. I haven't even watched the first. I don't know what the
You
fuck's
haven't
going on in that anime.
I want to say watch the first season because you get to meet all the girls individually.
Oh, and I remember
Uh,
like, oh god, it was so weird. Like this, not watching the first season is like all these girls are now trying to find him, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I
I
originally
want to say,
didn't know that was the second season, so I watched the whole thing.
hmm
Like, what the fuck? Like, what is this story?
you want to know something crazy about that show is that all the voice actresses are all hentai voice actresses.
Well, that makes sense. because in that season there's that weird popsicle scene.
Mm-hmm.
Eh, which made me stop watching it, by the way, the first time. And then I was like watching it with another friend like this year, and I was like, fuck, guess I gotta watch it. So I watched
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah, I remember. Was it a popsicle or was it jam? It was like something sweet. I remember, but I remember they showed that clip at a 18 and up panel that I was at for anime convention, and I ribbed my buddy and I said, "Dude, wait till you see this clip." And then they showed it, and they were both like taking licks and like bites out of this one thing, and I was just dying laughing. And he's like, "What the fuck?" I just was like, "That's Fruits of Grisaya."
That anime, its tone, it's like for the most part, it's totally fine, but it just goes weird places and shit.
It really does. It's
It
probably
ex-
one of the
it I would
it's a
think
weird anime.
it's kind of like a combination of Fate Zero, Garden of Eden, or Garden of Sinners, and like I don't really bad hentai because it looks like
I
a really bad
mean,
hentai at
yeah,
times.
yeah. It's like I said, most of them are voice actresses that are in hentais, and I wouldn't know this because
Well,
okay, yes, I would because I heard it from other stuff, and it's weird because that same season they have like 3 minute clips. I think they're just called like Fruits of Grisaya specials, and it's literally these same girls, and they're like in very promiscuous scenes. Yeah,
ew.
it's something. Yeah, it's weird whenever you get around to see those. You're like, ooh, Fruits of Grisaya specials. Oh God, what's she doing with that carrot?
Oh,
Oh
what?
God, what's she doing with that lotion?
Well,
She's
I
trying to
mean,
clean his back, and she's
moisturizing her skin.
yeah. It's very like I said, it's definitely a very weird anime that I saw one time, and it left a very lasting impression on me for sure.
Fruits of Grisaya
Podcast coming in
podcast.
the future. Yep, coming in the future. I just
It's gotta happen now. We
it has to happen.
spent 10 minutes talking about it in a Bunny Girl Senpai podcast.
I know. I feel so bad to all the people that were listening. I'm sorry we went on that tangent,
I
but
don't feel bad.
hey,
That was fun.
I think I think overall we can say that we liked this episode. It was a nice conclusion to the Tomoe arc, and that yeah, that this is definitely I'm looking forward to the next episode, and I continue to really like this show.
Right now, currently, Snafu at the top, Bunny Girl
Oh
second,
yes.
third Monogatari. Nah, yeah, third Monogatari, fourth Haruhi.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think anything could ever touch Snafu because, well, I guess I should say this now since it's on my channel.
Fruits of Grisaya could.
Me, 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 Sea Tactics, and Sasuke the Savage are all gonna be doing a podcast
It's called Nakama
on
Club. It's an offshoot of the King of Anime podcast.
yeah, really that's what we're calling ourselves the what the Akama Club,
The Nakama Club.
the
Nakama
Nakama Club.
stands for like very good friend in Japanese. So I was like, hey,
Oh,
yeah,
not the Knock 'em Up Club, not to be confused with the
Nakama
Knock 'em
Club.
Up Club,
Wow.
where we
Hey, that's
go
what that guy
around.
was doing in Fruits of Grisaya.
Yeah, he sure was about 4 times. But uh yeah, so anyway, we're doing a podcast about Snafu. We're gonna be doing it about each season for first season and second, since there's only two. Third season's yet to come.
And,
Hopefully it's
of
I
course, the
I hope it
OVAs.
yeah, which are like yeah, first season has that one OVA, which is kind of weird. And then the second season has an OVA, which honestly plays just like a regular episode. It could have been shoved in
Probably
there,
is.
and it could have been shoved in there, and I wouldn't have even have noticed. Sorry, choking. Speaking of shoving, uh, uh, but yeah, that's to come on this channel sometime in the future, and I can't wait for that. I've been wanting to talk about this show for the longest time, and I absolutely cannot wait to talk with you two, me included,
We can get Kevin Yala to do
about
it.
this show.
I'm sure he likes snafu.
Yeah, but I thought you said you couldn't get in contact with that dude.
I I talk to him like every week.
Well, who's the guy you said that you were trying to make him join and he didn't want to come?
Arcada.
No, not I mean, is it Arcada? Arcada, please.
It was for sure Arcada. I think you're mixing the two up with
Oh,
Kevin and
oh,
Arcada.
okay. I'm sorry. I could have swore there was another dude, but Arcada, still waiting for your reply.
If you don't
So
know, on his Bunny Girl video, we commented like, "Hey," or well, Satsuki, our podcast co-host, commented to join us on the Bunny Girl Senpai podcast or on the King of Anime podcast, and it got like 50 upvotes, and it was like one of the
pretty
top
wild.
comments.
For a while there. I don't know if it still is. I think it's pretty much at the bottom now.
If you could like, if any of you just go, tweet at him, be like, "Hey." That would be great. Wouldn't that be awesome if we could force Arcada to do a video with us?
And all just tweet at him. All you have to say is hey, hey. And you just get a hashtag hey Arcada,
Hey
hey
Arcada.
Arcada, hey,
No, it's
hey
hashtag.
Arcada.
It's at Arcada. Hashtag Hey Arcada. Do the Bunny Girl Senpai podcast with C Tactics and everything animated.
Yeah, yeah. I think that would be a nice little movement that
Hey
we have
Arcada.
going.
There we
Hey,
go.
hey Arcada, hey, hey Arcada, hey. just, oh, he's gonna love us towards the end of all things.
and then we're gonna get him to do the Fruits of Grisaya podcast.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I don't even know how he feels about that show. I don't even know if he likes it or if he's even seen it.
God,
but
he probably hates it.
he probably hates
He
it.
probably doesn't even know it exists.
Probably just like us. He doesn't know we exist.
One day he will
We
know.
we are just
Hey
what are
Arcada.
we? Hey, Ricardo. Hey, we're that freaking fly buzzing in front of his face while he's walking, down the street, and he's just like, "Because with these flies, get out of my face!" And yeah, like, oh, there's everything animated and sea tactics. Get out of my face!
Oh
I don't
man,
have time to be bothered with this.
it's gonna be great. Can't wait to get Arcada on the podcast.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna happen one of these
Yeah,
days. It's got to happen.
it is. It's one of these days. Either it's going to be on this podcast or it's going to be on Fruits Grisaya, King of Anime podcasts. I don't care where. Arcada, we love you, buddy. We want you to come onto the show. We want to talk to you. And you know what? We'll subscribe to your channel too. It's going to happen. Me, C Tactics. That's two free. Two. Satsuki, he's a bit of a savage, so maybe he won't join you, but maybe we can convince him once we, convince him a little bit, pull some strings here and there. But overall, I think I'm going on a rant right now again. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the Bunny Girl Senpai review thingy. I can't speak right now. But
Fruits
yeah,
of Grisaya podcast coming soon, everybody.
God damn it. I was about to ask if you wanted to add anything, but okay,
That's all
Fruits
I
with
wanted to add.
All right, that sounds great. But thank you everyone for listening to my channel. That over there, C Tactics, give him some love. Satsuki the Savage, give him some love because he is our third, our 1/3 when it comes to a King of Anime podcast. And I like Rising Sun. Give him some love too. He has nothing to contribute to the show, but damn it, I love that man.
He's gonna tweet hashtag Hey Arcada.
Yeah. See, Rising Sun, good buddy. If you could do that, if you're listening, that would be nice to tweet at to tweet at Arcada for us. That would Show us some love. All right. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us. And as always, been a pleasure. See you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, home
Bye.
slice. Bye 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 bye.